It's winter, end of February. I've chosen today to come and show you around Riquewihr because there won't be too many people. I don't like to disturb people when they're out and about. Now this is a normal village where people live and work. It's not just a tourist attraction. It's not some man-made Disney-esque type place. It is a real village with people's real homes. It's very, very quiet at the moment because it's winter. In summer and in holiday periods, this place is really busy. There are a lot of hotel possibilities. You can definitely come and stay the night if you're wanting to have a look around when it's a bit quieter in the evening or something like that, and really enjoy the authenticity of it. Then you can come and stay the night. Plenty of nice rooms, lots of restaurants, lots of possibilities for eating, and clearly dog friendly when we see their numerous dogs. So yeah, you know, like this place here is in summer, this is really busy. This passage has various shops and things like that open. What makes Riquewihr special? This is the most fairy tale like place that you will find in Europe. There's quite a few possible villages that have sort of got a fairy tale-esque feeling to them in Europe. Plenty in France, but this one really stands out. So there are many shops, probably not as many open at the moment being winter, but they've got some really lovely stuff. So this one seems to be more about pottery, glassware, ceramics. When we see souvenirs, they will be stork related. I'll explain that in a moment. So down there is the entrance to the village. About 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers that direction is the Rhine River and the border of Germany. There's also parking and everything down at that end of the village as well that you can arrive at and park. So some of the things that you might pick up while you're here: biscuits, macaroons. Of course, there's many French patisseries, and there's a creperie, well, a few creperies, so crepe restaurants. Lots of vineyards and wine cellars, wine tastings, etc. during the right time of the year. No end of restaurants, plenty of possibilities for eating. But you come to Riquewihr for the amazing buildings, the beautiful houses, the colours. So the motif or the companion for the Alsace region is a stork, the bird, in French seagull, and the stork, they nest in this area and breed. They breed here in the whole Alsace region. So you can see there the stork on the sign. You'll find in the shops plenty of stork soft toys and things like that for sale. Here's a cheese shop where I'm not going to go. And in summer, obviously these many of these are grapevines. A lot of the buildings are covered in grapevines with beautiful grape leaves going everywhere. There's also some of the best wisterias I've ever seen in my life. Maybe that was one, I'm not sure, but you see in summer when you come here, and in spring, beautiful, beautiful wisterias out in full flower, and yeah, it's just a really special place. Okay, now I have to mention Fortwenger. When you come, Fortwenger, this shop is an absolute must, and make sure you go downstairs as well. But they have a lot of great food, and yeah, really, really nice stuff. Well, it looks like they're doing a renovation. I hope that it opens back again with the same quality that it had before. But this here is a crepe restaurant, and it's fantastic. Can't recommend it enough. They also do really, really great cakes and sweets and pastries and things like that, so definitely a good place to have a look at. There's a lighting shop there with some nice old traditional lighting. There's another patisserie, tea shop. Like I said, in summer this place is just completely packed. Hundreds of people, thousands of people walking around enjoying it. It's just so beautiful. It's a tourist office there, and if you're in need of a toilet, I think from memory, yeah, just over there on the left, toilets. Some renovations going on, restoration work. Another wine shop, wine boutique, and strange you don't have that possibility to take photos anymore. Lots of little great alleyways as well that you can duck into and have a look around like this. Just a cute alleyway that runs down between the buildings. Looks like I'm going to come to a bit of a dead end. $1597 that house was built. You can really imagine princes and princesses and people in beautiful old medieval clothing and things walking around here. You can also imagine not so nice things happening, I guess. There is quite a famous Christmas shop just up the way here on the left hand side, but it's an amazing place to go and have a look. Very unfortunately, it has far too many do not touch and no photograph signs and things like that. They absolutely do not let you touch anything. There's a hat shop with Stetsons, interesting. There's apparently a place to stay through here. Riquewihr. That's quite a popular shop with souvenir bits and pieces. Old pump. So I've probably brought 20 or somewhere between 20 and 30 tourists to Riquewihr over the years, just because it is like a really special place to see. Lots of things like magnets, tea towels, teaspoons, all the normal collectibles. Le Petit Délice. Oh, look at that awesome wood carvings on the buildings there. And the old beams. I can only imagine how old. Wow, 1611 I think that is. It's been there a long time. It's a nougat shop, the nougaterie. It's closed at the moment, but that gives you an idea of what the nougat that they make looks like. In summer and stuff, when these places all open, they mostly have free samples that you can take. So through here, you can get back to the parking area on the right-hand side of the village, on the northern side of the village. There's numerous paths like this that run through to the parking areas. I prefer to park over there rather than down at the bottom of the village. So, where the colours here are fantastic. Look at that. You'd swear that you were in a fairy tale. So, and here's the Christmas shop that I mentioned. And then just up here is the end gate, the top gate of the village. Just through there you get to more car parking. Over here there is again more car parking up there. This restaurant's really popular when it's open. That's the Christmas shop with the gingerbread windows, but you're not allowed to take a camera in there. And yeah, it's a fantastic shop if you're interested in Christmas decorations, but if you've got children that like to touch things, then perhaps think about it a second time, because they're very, very unfriendly about that. Over here, there's like a sort of a witchy shop. They have a lot of witch puppets and interesting little bits and pieces. It's quite a fascinating place to have a look. Soft toys and dolls and things like that. Quite often with a witchy theme. Interestingly, the building, I can't read that. Well, I could try and read it. It's in German, but not sure what it says. But interesting that it's got a skeleton and a piratey looking thing. I will make a close-up of that. Maybe somebody can read it. Or maybe I will read it and decipher it later. Okay, this one, restaurant, probably a very old hotel and restaurant to the Der, in German, zum Herrschen. Ancien Auberge, also ancient hotel, ancient inn, ancient inn. So, you know, there's just not the main street. It's really worth popping down the side alleys and looking around the quieter parts of the village. Especially in summer when the main street area is completely packed. There's a lot to see out here. I think that's a stunning wisteria in summer. Here you can see down another street. Hotel Restaurant St. Nicholas, Hotel Restaurant Samondil. I can't speak French, so don't laugh or mock. We are on Rue St. Nicholas. There's the St. Nicholas Hotel. Yeah, so I mean, like, there's a lot of possibilities. This would be a very cute, romantic place to come and stay for a night. If you do find this village interesting, there are a few options as well nearby. There are quite a few villages in this area. This is by far the most impressive and interesting, but another part of France to go to, excuse me, is I think it's the Dordogne region, but a village in that area called Salat, and some others around there, Rocamadour, and I think one is something like Bayen or Chesnec. These are all really worth having a look at. So, quite a musty smell here, interestingly. I mean, I can't imagine anyone being living in these places at this time of the year. There's 6 apartments in there, 6 houses in there apparently, but it looks very closed up. That one there is being renovated. I think that's where the mustiness smell is coming from. All of those windows are open, non-existent, and yeah, looks like somebody started renovating it. Whether or not they've continued, no, it says this has been closed since 2021, 29th of March. It's in danger at any time, I believe, of basically collapsing, falling down. That's, yeah, sad because it's beautiful. I hope that they can restore that. So a lot of the houses have been restored over the years. A lot of them definitely haven't. I'm guessing that the people that live here and that have businesses here for the summer and spring and autumn seasons have a house somewhere warmer in the country, maybe down south on the coast, and they spend a lot of time down there during the season. So that would be what I expect. Interesting, the old door that's been sealed up. So that's where we came from before. Oh, there used to be a well here. So they used to drop the bucket down into a well there and collect the water. That well was from 1551 or so. Some remembrance of the time of the war. Interesting that at the bottom of the village we saw the Hotel de Ville. Here it's in German, Rathaus, the Rathaus. So this is a collection of photos. I don't see where numbers 26 and lower are. Maybe we'll find those somewhere. But here, 1945, beginning of 1945, the troops have left Riquewihr. Is this the end of the anxiety? So there was fighting in Riquewihr, but the people moved away from Riquewihr. The fighting moved away from Riquewihr. And it's time to repair and rename the city hall. Right, so it had been occupied, I guess, by the Germans. And then Riquewihr paid tribute to the heroes who liberated the city. and to Alsace who liberated the city, Alsace and France. And at the beginning of 1945, the fight for the liberation of Colmar has begun. This is the end of the anxiety. And here a young boy, Robert Lehrman, 9 years old at the time, proudly displays his new cap, behind him a pile of rubbish and empty tin cans. That's really beautifully restored pictures. Hope that there's more of those somewhere. I didn't see any before, so... Never noticed them in all of the times that I've been in Riquewihr. I've never seen those pictures before, so... 1572. It's interesting to imagine, you know, like this village has, these houses are built in 1550, 1560, 1600 and more. Oh, so here's some more pictures. And then so much later, in 1945, it became the centre of a war, you know. Group of German prisoners arriving from Kienzheim under good escort. They will be transferred to St. Marie. As Christmas approaches, 1944, the prisoners who came up the street do not know that they are meeting the head of operations. Sure. There's another well in this one. This is a private property though, so we can't go in there. Well, that says the ancient abbey the Autre. Beautiful, really stunning. Ah, that's the back of that house that's under threat of collapse. Again, quite a musty smell here at the moment, where I am right now. I think it's all coming from that house in there. And I mean, all of these places are closed up for winter, so it's logical. Wow, yeah, I mean, like trying to restore that. And you've got modern building blocks and brickwork. Interesting. Really fascinating. Now we've come to one of the sort of more outside streets. Not so interested in that, so let's go back through. So I apologise if my video gets a bit boring walking through some of these streets. I love to poke my nose into every little corner and every nook and cranny. Nice spout dragon. Oh, here's some more pictures. So we're going backwards through the pictures, but that's all right. We'll go back in time. There's so an M3A3 Stuart light tank, the first DB in the street, which is today that of the 1st Army, and Riquewihr headquarters of the command post and rear base of the combat units Wow. Great car. Not such a clear picture there. American soldiers ride in jeeps and follow others who evacuate a wounded man on a stretcher. Okay, for any Americans watching the channel, something to be momentarily proud of, I guess. It's hard to be proud of much else at the moment for you, but take some pride in that, I guess. 1944, Kinsheim, that's just down the road. December 1944, Kaiserberg, also just down the road, and Mittelwehr, it's another one of the villages nearby. Wow, that was really destroyed. A tank patrols the ruins of Mittelwehr. So sad. Bonjour. I love the colours. God, that's awesome. A very nice lady said hello as she walked past. This restaurant here has a specialty of tarte flambe, sort of Flammkuchen, and I'm not sure what we call that in English, actually. It's a good question. It's like a French Alsatian version of a pizza. Very, very thin base, not cream cheese, sour cream and bacon and onion, very popular on that. Really, really good flavour. Really good flavour. And some grated Emmentaler works fantastically on a tarte flambe or Flammkuchen. So here we've got another couple of big pictures. Riquewihr Logistical and Strategic Base. 17th of December, after action report of the 1st RCA, Captain Duvall receives the order to push his attack on Kinsheim as quickly as possible, but he reports that he is hampered by major terrain difficulties. The road down to Kinsheim is mined from Hill 270. He has to pass through heavy, soggy terrain. 2 tanks are stuck in the mud. The Sherman tank number 23, Fort Bayard, in the photo is one of the 2. French Legion fighters in the vineyards of Riquewihr. They are on their way to liberate Kinsheim. In the background we can see Mount Singelsheim, named Blutberg or Bloody Hill by the Germans. The part we see is Hill 393, covered by woods immediately west of Hill 351. The group is probably waiting for the track to be cleared by the 2 tanks stuck in the mud. This way leads back into the centre of the village. Let's just pop down this alleyway that I've spotted here and have a look. So here's restaurant Le Table du Gourmet. There's another restaurant here. We've got the road nearby is closed, so we've got the deviation or detour, and all the traffic is coming through here. Not much traffic normally around Riquewihr. Of course, it's closed to traffic, but the people who live here and are working and the like are allowed to come in and out with their vehicles for deliveries and things like that. But in summer you don't need to worry. You're not going to find any cars driving around. Wow, so beautiful. Okay, another picture. French tanks have just arrived from Riquewihr via Riquewihr and the vineyards. So December 17th, 1944 at around 10:30 a.m. I see that I'm not very well balanced there. Apologies. See if I can get that. I don't know, that's really kind of the wrong way. I need to do it a bit more that way. There we go. The tanks visible in the photo are Stuart M5A1 light tanks. They are part of the escort and the forward command post of Colonel Borgen, who comes to Riquewihr to finalise his action plan with the US General Stack to liberate Kinsheim and Kaisersberg. The clock of the Dolder Tower indicates 7:20, but it has not been wound for several days. Right. So yeah, the tower does say 7:20. as they mentioned, hasn't been wound for some days. So they think it's around 10:30. I don't think that that is that tower there though, that's a different clock tower. Yeah, I'll see if we spot that afterwards. Now that we know that it's called the Dolder Tower, see if we can find the Dolder Tower. It's also not that one over there. Storks, like I mentioned, storks are the mascot, if you like, the symbol of the Alsace region. That is really interesting. I didn't see through there before. I don't know how that works. So this was the Strasburger Hof. It used to be where the Bishop of Strasbourg used to be in residence, I guess, in this area in here. So we've got some private parking, but we're allowed to walk through here for sure. I see, that's just like a little parking area. Interesting to see from the back of some houses there with the modern block work. But you don't see that from the other side. So there's even got a couple of garages here. Oh, that's really fascinating. Wow. That house has got like a balcony up there behind that. And yeah, really interesting place. I know that's interesting. You don't get to hear from anywhere else. You can only get to hear from walking through this little courtyard area. I've never seen this before. I have a feeling that it's all rather empty. There are some names on some of the doors, some of the letterboxes, but I don't really think that there's anyone living in these places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 letterboxes, and nearly all of those have got no name on them. Again, they're 4 apartments, but I don't think that much of anything is lived in around here. There's an open doorway through that area up there into that, looks like with a staircase up in there. Somebody did have a rubbish bin out down here, so there's still a couple of cars. 2 cars in there. There was, I think, 3 cars parked in this other car parking area. So I actually looked at renting a little property in a village not too dissimilar to this in Switzerland, on the Rhine River, on the border of Switzerland and Germany. And I mean, the apartment was also a fairy tale type cottage, exactly like one of these. Had a little garage and everything underneath and a balcony. But I decided that it would be, I couldn't handle that in summer when all the tourists are there flocking around. Okay, I'm going to go down this one. I've never explored this far into Riquewihr before, and I'm really enjoying it. If you're like me and you like a place when it's quieter, then this is the time of the year to come. This is just, it's empty, there's no one about. Still a couple of shops if I want to pick something up. But otherwise it's just peaceful and lovely, except for me yapping on. Okay, it's another patisserie. Beautiful colours. And yet another well. Oh, that one you can actually see down to the water. focus isn't going to work, of course, but you can see it reflecting there. Looks like lots of hydrangeas down there. At the right time of the year, those would come out nicely. This is great, the entrance to the cellars there. So that's another restaurant. Alright, so that's probably the entrance to the kitchen and the storage and stuff. December 5th, 1944, US troops from the 36th Infantry Division enter Riquewihr. Incidentally, if anyone comes across these and happens to have had family or know somebody who was involved or appears in one of these pictures, please let me know in the comments. US Infantry Division, Texas, liberates Riquewihr. Okay, so there it's a M4 Sherman tank at the exit of the old town, Blebenheim side to the east, where the US CP will be installed. And here, an American M4 Sherman tank next to the Catholic Church. The cannon is pointing towards the south, towards the hill of Sigelsheim, which will be for many more weeks the scene of bloody fighting. That is fantastic. I'm guessing that was a restaurant Crown, judging by the crown. Outpost. That's like a very German sort of a sign. Outpost. Maybe this was where the Germans had their setup. Oh, here's also Crown. Hotel Crown. So, possibly two restaurants with a crown. Oh, so inside there is a wine cellar, and somewhere he's got nice big barrels in the hillside. There's a cat here. That restaurant's great. Look at the tables. The tables and chairs out on the side there underneath. That's fascinating. So when that's open, you can sit outside and enjoy a meal. Not the bravest cat on earth. Again, down here is a wine cellar selling wines. Mostly they're under the sort of down the stairs like that, and some art galleries. Clothing shop there. Oh, you can buy some nice tins from Alsace there. Nice lights. Soaps, like always. And then we're back out at the main street. So let's pop back out to where the car is. Actually, I'm going to go this way. Just up back to the tourist office and have a quick peek there. Might see if I can take you into the Fortwenger shop afterwards. So I'll stop the video for a moment and come back if I can. Otherwise, if not, I hope that you enjoyed Riquewihr. So this is the Fortwenger shop that I mentioned earlier when we walked past, and it's a great place to come and pick up things like nougat, lots of really nice sweets, and they've got, normally maybe it's on the other side, they have roulette and compotes of duck and things like this, cakes, biscuits, socks, and downstairs there's a lot of souvenirs as well. Yeah, like it's a great place to pick up some nice bits and pieces. So there you see chocolates, cakes, things like that, you know, aniseed biscuits, $4.80 for a packet. Really good prices, really great flavours. So definitely recommend that you come and have a look. And downstairs it looks like der Roulette und so weiter ist jetzt unten.
Ja.
Ah, okay.
Aber, wir haben nur von 2 Wochen offen gemacht.
Ah, ja, darum ist dann
nicht alles.
Und dann alles kommt dann so wieder.
Voilà.
Ja. Super.
Das müssen Sie auch sagen.
Ja, würde ich sagen, ja. So, the lady has just informed me. So they only opened again 2 weeks ago after the Christmas break. Normally, these products are upstairs and souvenirs are downstairs more. So when you come here in summer or after spring, then you'll find the honeys and things like these, terrine, roulette, foie gras, etc. They will all be upstairs. Yeah, there's just like so many possibilities, honestly. Of course, also ciders, wine, and if you like a champagne type wine, then Crème d'Alsace is a sparkling wine similar to champagne. And then lots of lovely bits and pieces, chopping boards, egg cups, and they have different series as well. You see here they've got the gingerbread man series with different things. There's a spoon rest and different plates, a sponge holder, and things like that. But then they've got this series, and then they've got the stork series with the stork and the gingerbread man. That's probably more of a Christmassy theme, I guess. Tins, boxes, another different series of dinnerware and the like, serving platters, cups, saucers. Yeah, it's just a great shop. I love it here. I've been in this shop many times and never leave without buying something. So like I say, if you come to Riquewihr, Fortwenger, it's the shop with good prices and really quite nice products. So, just pop back outside. Like I said, that is Fortwenger. Since 1768, they've been making pastries, biscuits, and other products here. And the lady was very welcoming, no problem at all to go in with a camera, which is nice because, like I said, the Christmas shop up the way, you're not allowed to take photos or anything like that. She said that they just opened again 2 weeks ago, that in April around Easter it will get a bit busier again, and then it builds up until July and August when it's absolute madness, and then it quietens down a bit again. But in December there's a Christmas market in Riquewihr. I didn't realise that. And she said in December when the Christmas market is on, then it's absolutely crazy again. There's a wine shop over here. I think that's the chief taster. Hoi. Hoi. Hello. Are you ignoring me? Come on. You're a lazy one, aren't you? A lazy one. Careful, huh? The car coming. Be very careful. Little sweetie. The little cat was at the wine shop there, and another wine. It's a Weinstube. That's like a wine lounge, wine restaurant, or wine lounge, you would say. And restaurants on all sides. The cutest cat. The lazy one. You have to go to it, it doesn't want to come to you. And the wine shop in here. Yep, wine restaurants galore. And plenty of beautiful buildings. Is this my one? I think this is my one. Not sure if that's my one anymore. Another well, and no, I was there. Okay, so back to the car and off grocery shopping finally. So that was Riquewihr. I hope that you come and have a look, support the local businesses, pet the local cats, and I'll see you on the next video.